Alright, howdy Majigity Hounds, folks. I'm your host, Mr. Scythe. We came from over there in the last episode from Hera, and now we're here on our way to the Power Works. In the last episode, we fought and beat the senseless shit out of Gandreda. And now we're here doing this with her newfangled, spangled, grapple, super powery stuff. Now, don't fret. On this particular zip line, we don't have to deal with any enemies. However, something else kind of becomes a bit of a problem for us. As you can see, they're not finished working on it. No! It breaks. And now you cannot use the zip line to get back or to here. Again, you cannot use the zip line at all. So, that begs to give you the biggest warning ever. There is a missile expansion here that you absolutely want to get before you leave, because if you don't, you're going to have to spend an assload amount of time going all the way back over the spider ball tracks to get back in here. And to be honest, I've had to do that. I don't think you do, okay? I don't really think you want to do the same thing, so try not to, all right? We'll try to make this as quick and concise as possible, and I'll try to help you the best that I can. So shoot that guy over there for a lore entry and scan him. When you pull this up, you want to be badass and shoot it with a charge shot. There you go. Gears, opens door, brings up statue. The statue was sculpted 1,000 years ago. And he has also got epic shoulder pads like me. Whoa. Yeah. Burp. Vocal frap. Frappuccino. Alrighty. So here's where things catch you out. Alright. Now you can use your spider ball. When you get an opportunity, you should scan these. Do it, or else I will hurt you. Now you want to be careful going around here, because if you get knocked off, you'll start back on foot again, which is really annoying, okay? It's really annoying, so don't do it. Wait for that, because that will burn your butt. But once we get over to ground, we will be totally fine. Which is basically right up here. Cool. Now, come this way. You can already see how that can like really fool people. It is like very well hidden, and yeah, I missed this one. I didn't know where it was, so you know. Anyway, fall down in order to be able to get a quick transport back, so you don't have to worry about going up there. It doesn't sacrifice much energy. Now it tells you how to use the boost ball in order to jump across things, which you don't really need to know. Like, I already showed you basically how to do it. Alright. Now with that all done, we gotta head all the way back over, which isn't going to be fun and is going to take a considerable amount of time. So since this part is very self-explanatory, I'm going to speed it up.
I don't remember that life. Oh my.
Okay, so when you get to the middle here, you'll actually want to grab this energy tank. It's kind of sneakily hidden there. But now you just speed up the process of going back again. Ground at last. Alright. Just be very careful whilst going over there, because if you fall down and you don't reach the other side, you gotta do it all over again. Alright. So, now we head through Hoverplat. Alright, so now we head through the hover platform area all the way back to the ship, whilst getting a couple of more things that way as well, which should, in theory, be our final pickups here. And we'll actually have to encounter this phasoid over here. So you'll actually get to see how they attack, how they work, etc. But there's an item over here that you need for... You actually need the spider ball for both of these items, and these are the last 2 items on Elysia that we need. So as you can see, this one turned into a red phasoid, which explodes and gives you a gold credit after killing it. Those things will follow you around and explode when they get close to you, so make sure you deal with them. And as you can see, there's a ship missile expansion. Cool. And as I say, there's one more item that we're going to get in Elysia, and I have to stop by the Chozo Observatory in order to be able to get it. Good. Sometimes you can accidentally overshot or undershoot one of those platforms, and obviously you gotta start all over again. It's kind of annoying. Ah, that's not our completely last item. There's one more that I actually forgot. I forgot about this one. There's a missile expansion in this morph ball tunnel thing. Now make sure you grab onto this. There you go. Because if you don't, I don't think it's very easy to get back up, though. I could be wrong. You could do a double morph ball jump. Yeah, you can do a double morph ball jump. Actually, the funny thing is, this game throws that at you. If you've been playing the trilogy version of these games and you've never had the opportunity to play the original games, that will throw you off big time. Let me see. That's the Aurora Chamber. This is the Chozo Observatory. No, that's not the Chozo Observatory. This is the way to the Chozo Observatory? No, that's the way out. Oh, okay. Alright, so now that we're done in here with that, we just head back up and continue back to our ship. And then we're going to go over to the Chozo Observatory, like I said, just for the last item. Whoop. Excuse me. Remember, there's a missile expansion right there. You cannot miss it. Whee! I hit that with mucho gusto. We has returned. Remember, there's an energy tank up there. But I got that before I fought Gore way long ago. And the final zipline section. Unfortunately, we do have to deal with some enemies on this one. But they're not too bad, I don't think. If you get hit by them, you'll just fall off. So try not to. That's it. That's the final zip line section we need to do.
Samus, this is Admiral Dane.
Whoops. I'll just let him talk when I get across to the other side.
I've ordered the Federation fleet to walk to the pirate homeworld and begin the invasion.
I hope you didn't have to make him walk too far.
I think it's time we took the fight to them. We'll contact you when we're ready to commence our assault.
The way he says warp makes it sound like he said walk. It's like, we'll make them warp to the thingerjig. Alright, so the quickest and easiest way to get to the Chozo Observatory from here is obviously to go into the ship and then head over to the other landing site. Landing site B. Again, if you really want to, you can actually use the Chozo Observatory because, again, as I mentioned in a part earlier, the Chozo Observatory is what most people regard as making the game too easy because it tells you where every item is on the map as a white little dot. And if you have obtained the item, it turns it into a white X, which basically means you've got this, you don't need to worry about this, bro, okay? So, but I am not going to use it because I don't feel the need to use it because I pretty much know where everything is at this point. Haha! Epic. Okay, so where we're supposed to try and go, this is one of the only times I'm actually going to check the map probably to see where I'm going, because it is a little on the fussy side. But let's just wait until we actually get back to the Chozo Observatory itself before I do. Actually, I don't really think I do need to check the map, to tell the truth. I think I should be fine without having to check it. As you can hear, there are definitely phasoids in the next area. Okay, I'm just going to check the map here really quick just to be doubly sure where I'm going. Okay, so it's at basically the top of the room, sort of. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, so what you want to do is you want to come through here. And ignore the phasoid if you can. You so choose to. Perfect. So now there are two of them that we're going to have to deal with here. One of them conveniently has a red phasoid in it. Ah, god dang it. I was hoping to avoid that. Ow. Ow! You stupid. Might as well just do this. So, this spider ball path will take you to the final missile expansion on Elysia, which is awesome, because we don't have to come back here ever again. I love it. I love it. As much as I love Elysia, Elysia is one of my favorite locations because of the fact that it is the way it is. It's a sky city. I really don't like traversing here to try and get any of the treasures because they're all in like really annoying places. So, but yeah, with that done, that means we do not have to worry about Elysia anymore, and we can literally just focus on the remaining items in Norian, Brio, and the Space Pirate Homeworld when we get a chance. But that won't be coming up until we're just about to deal with the Leviathan Seed on the Pirate Homeworld itself, so... But now that we've gotten all of this, I'm essentially just heading back to the tram in order to take it back. It's not really a tram, but it's more like a gondola type thing. Even though it's called a sky tram, it's more like a gondola type thing. But this is just the quickest way to get the final item and to get back to your ship in a way that makes the most sense, in my opinion. $69, huh? Okay, now with that done, we'll head back to the pirate homeworld at Pirate Research. Yeah, that is it for Elysia. We are not going back there ever again. And I will be reiterating that point when we get to the treasure hunting section, because, again, as I've been mentioning many times throughout this project, the whole purpose is for the treasure hunt episodes to have as many of them as possible so that people can, like, find them all easier. They don't have to worry about the whole project themselves unless they are missing something from, say, Elysia. So if that's the case, unfortunately they were going to have to look at all of the Elysia parts specifically in order to find out which ones are which. So, you know. Anyway, I'm coming back this way via the Gandreda elevator. The Gandreda, well, yeah, yeah. Thanks for talking to me now, and not when I'm, you know. But I'm heading back the way of the Gandreda elevator because the hazard suit, which is basically what lets us walk through acid rain, is over here.
Samus, the Federation Armada is now in orbit above the pirate homeworld. We're ready for the final assault, but the base is protected by a barrier that prevents us from landing. We need you to disable this defense system. Unit 242 has located its control center. Here are the coordinates.
Okay, so in an earlier episode, when we first visited the pirate homeworld, I showed you a room with a lore entry scan, but also a window in it. If you walk up to that window, it shows you a cutscene of a drone with a green beam type weapon, and that is basically our next item, is that green beam weapon. But that's the room in which the command center thing we're supposed to go to is at. So okay, I don't need that. So in here there is a missile expansion that we're gonna get first. I'm going to leave this here. So you see the one with the blowy jet thingy? You want to turn this over. Oh, shit. Okay, they're good. I almost didn't lock it in place in the right spot, so that would have sucked, bro. So we're heading up to the right here because... Boop, missile expansion. And then I'm going to... go down, and now we do this, do heck E. Okay, that one's set. In order for it to lock faster, make sure it goes past the point that you need it to, and then set a bomb down like this. And it just makes it lock straight in place. And there we go. Cool. You can hear that droning sound. That's the hazard suit, which gets pulled into here, which you don't need to see. This cutscene's pretty cool, though. I will keep this one in. Now you'll actually get to see a little cutscene after this part that shows off what the hazard suit looks like when it's actually working. One additional thing to note, as it said in the description of the actual suit when you pick it up, it also protects you from fuel gel. And that's important because that'll be important later. But yeah, check this out. The acid rain looks pretty cool when it hits your visor. But this is what the hazard suit actually looks like. It's kind of neat. And then there's more of them. It's great fun. See how much more viable hyper mode really is over stuff like that? Okay, so what we're doing now is we're heading back into the Metroid Junction area. I'm still ignoring the missile expansion that's in here, and I'll also be ignoring the missile expansion that stupid, get off. I'll also be ignoring the missile expansion that's in here, which you go through there to get around. There's a little morph ball tunnely thing that we use to get through there. I'm gonna end this part on a boss fight. Shoot the middle of that to make sure that it breaks both pieces, because there are actually two crystal things there blocking that pathway. So just make sure that you hit it. I'm extending this part a tiny bit because I don't know how much time my speeding up the morph ball part saved, but I'm gonna end it after this particular boss fight because it's annoying and I want to get it out of the way now, and I don't want to have to start an episode with it if I can at all help it. And plus it also lets me show you that there is in fact an item in here which you can hear the droning for. But as you can see, that doesn't work properly because, oh boy! That right there is called a Metroid Hatcher. And these things are a little on the annoying side, not much, just a bit. Especially when they do that. Okay, oh yeah, great. So now it'll do that spin attack again, but then it will start breathing heavily, which you can shoot it, and then you're supposed to grapple onto one of these and then pull it. And then rinse and repeat. Cool, that went well. And then it'll spin again. There's a very narrow window between when you can actually hit this thing when it's breathing heavily. Okay, cool, that worked. There's a very narrow window for when it's breathing heavy and when you can hit it into this stunned state. So, be careful. And then this one you can just shoot. I shoot it in hyper mode just to be absolutely sure that I'm hitting it. Okay, that was the easiest. Yeah. Oh, no, it's gonna be a bitch. Yeah, it's gonna be a... Yeah, I fucking called it. I went to speak too soon. You get the idea. Fucking thing. I was legitimately flailing my Wiimote, my nunchuck, and it wasn't doing shit. So... there, that's the Metroid Hatcher dealt with. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with them again in the same way. That was ultra frustrating. They can be until you get the next item. I'll see you guys back in the next episode, and we will not have to deal with one of those again for quite a while, so bye!